Okay, so here's the problem. I like this red lipstick, but it's hard to find times to wear it because I also like to do really fun eyeshadow looks, and usually they don't go along with the red lip. You know, because I'm doing this and then it comes time for the lip and I'm like, let's just slap on some, gloss or something like that. So I want to make myself a little palette where I am going to kind of pick neutral eyeshadows, but maybe like some fun sparkles, things like that. I don't know. I'm just going to try to curate something that I can kind of have. And then when I'm feeling motivated, that I can just, grab that and use it and know that I'm going to do a red lip with it. And I'm hoping that I can get more uses in on this bold lip, but maybe doing other bold lips as well in the future. So if that sounds interesting, then please keep watching. My name is Alyssa, and if you like makeup panning content, using the makeup, not trying to just haul all the stuff all the time, then maybe you will subscribe to my channel and hopefully enjoy this video. All right, so let me go ahead and switch into the hands only. And I'm gonna apologize now. My manicure is not what it should be. I almost changed it last night, but then I remembered I was gonna be volunteering at one of my kids' schools and doing like this STEM club thing. And I'm like, there's a chance that my nails are gonna get really chipped and all from that. And I should just wait and do my nails like, after that. And I was right, they did get pretty chipped actually. So just so you know, they're also kind of interesting because it's a thermal thing, and so they're kind of pink and purple and changing. So, maybe you can just be distracted by that and not the chips. All right, let's look at the eyeshadow. Okay, so before I start pulling different singles, I did also want to think about palettes that I have already that I'm gonna kind of just, have handy in my makeup bag right now. And these actually work for multiple reasons. First off, I actually happen to be working on trying to hit pan in this red eyeshadow here. And so this palette is nice, but I don't have a lot of like fun shimmers. They're more satins in here. So if I want some fun shimmers to go with the red, this Citrus Punch palette I have has some fun shimmers that I could pair with it, but also I was thinking about the fact that a red lip could actually go well with like the yellows or oranges, maybe more the oranges, even maybe these warmer pinks and all. So I think this would be a good palette to have, for that red eyeshadow, but also for the red lip. And then if I want to go in a little bit more of a neutral direction, another good choice for me is this Dollhouse palette, because I was just thinking about how this palette is coming up on 2 years for me, and I feel like I have so much more life, in it. So this is a great neutral palette, and I'm just thinking about how like this column here could be really good with a red lip, and I could probably make like this cool tone one could also maybe be good. I would have to play with the others to see like what I think, like if pink would work for me. I feel like, I'm not sure. The green might feel a little too Christmassy, and we're kind of past that time now. And maybe not the purple, but at least this column and potentially another column or so would be, good to use this palette and also get that red lip used. All right, so now though we're thinking about, what I want to include. So I'm just going to start pulling eyeshadows, and then I can go back, kind of see what palette they would fit into and how I want to, do this. I have this palette out. This was one that I made and posted on here recently. This was a travel makeup palette, and I realized that a lot of this could actually work really well with a red lip as well. So I am going to put back though this Ice Bling shade. So I'm going to like do a little bit of organizing here. definitely more pinky than this, even though this is kind of a rose gold, like, especially when you see it swatched. Well, at least for me, I see more pink. But no, this one's definitely more pinky. Okay, interesting, because I always thought of this one as pinky. I mean, it is if I compare it to like this more gold shadow, then you can kind of see how it looks more pink. All right, so I'm gonna pull in this iridescent shade for now. And let's see, do I want any of these other ones? Do I want anything else from this palette? I'm kind of wondering about including a pink. Especially with Valentine's Day. This one's almost done. I wonder like how much it would take for me to use that up. And I'm also kind of picturing like this warmer side and cooler side of things. I'm going to put these eyeshadows back, and I have this big palette with all of these mattes. I could pull in a black, but I do have blacks in the palettes, but I'm also like, do I just want it to be easy to grab? Maybe. So I pull a black for that purpose. Kind of want to do something with this. This shade always like stands out to me. All right, so because I want to fit this in palette that I easily already have, I am going to take out a couple of these shades that I feel like are maybe not as necessary. So I'm going to remove this purple shade because it wasn't quite what I was wanting anyway. Like I was going back and forth on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove that one. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and remove, I'm trying to decide between, I think I'm going to remove this brown. I have used it a bunch recently. I could probably hit pan on it soon, so there is that incentive. Actually, that is kind of a big incentive because it was either this brown or this. I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to leave this one because this is a little less pigmented, so it'll be a little easier to blend if I want something simple. And then if I want to deepen up, the black was pretty much the same as that black. As the brown. All right, so then we have 4, 8. So I have one extra again. Ooh, what do I want to do? I'm kind of feeling like this didn't really add much for me at this point either. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one out. So what about if I thought of this as 4 fun cool tone shimmers? And then I've got 3 cool tone mattes. So this is also kind of cool tone. This could kind of go either. So I'm going to do it like this. And then this. And I mean, honestly, this is lighter, so maybe I kind of do it like that. All right, let me go ahead and put this in a palette. If you're wondering about this other shade, I'm just gonna hold off on this one for now. It's still gonna be handy because I've been keeping it in a palette that I keep in my bag, so it's not a big deal. All right. Now I have this fun neutral palette that I think I could easily pair with my red lipstick. And so we'll see what kind of looks I can come up with. And yeah, maybe I can get in touch with my more neutral side. I do have a lot of neutral shadows that also need to get used in my collection, like these. And I mean, I know some of these are not totally neutral, but you know, work with me here. I need a little bit of fun in the palette. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this. If you do, you can give it a thumbs up. You could also subscribe to see more stuff from me in the future. But thank you so much for watching this. And until my next video, I hope you'll be doing well. And I'll see you then. Bye.